if a DNA test shows you're not the owner of your child, how would you react? What would you do?
It's a game of two chances.
It's not a new thing. I will not react negatively. Not every business you invest, you gain. There are some you invest, you lose.
Picking when I don't hold for how many years? I go just wake up, say, make I go do DNA test. Not be me won't kill myself.
I trust my partner, but I'll still go and do genotype to know if we are compatible to stay together or live together. But DNA is not important, Abi. You see now. See the trick.
It is important for people if you say they not trust their woman. But if you trust your woman, to me, it's not called for.
It's not necessary. For me, it's not necessary. Do you do DNA test before you marry?
Hello, my wafi people. How una day? What's in the sup for your zanga? Today we don't carry another ogbonge episode of una Talk program where them they called Street Talk for Atlantic TV, and I welcome una specially. And we don't enter the streets again to talk about one serious issue where they sup for the country and also for other nations. And in recent times, for this our worry, we don't hear of this what they call DNA test. We they hear am for many places, and many matters where concern paternity fraud don dey sup due to this DNA test where we dey hear. For some of us, we never know what DNA test mean. Make I tell you what you need to know. In recent years, DNA testing has become a major topic of discussion, especially in Nigeria, where questions around paternity, trust in relationships, and family identity continue to spark debate. From private hospitals to specialized laboratories, more people are turning to DNA tests to confirm biological relationships and settle long-standing doubts. A DNA test, or deoxyribonucleic acid test, is a scientific method used to determine whether two individuals are biologically related. Most commonly, it is used for paternity testing to confirm if a man is a biological father of a child. While the science is highly accurate, the emotional, cultural, and social implications surrounding DNA testing are often complex. For many, DNA testing represents truth and closure. It can resolve disputes, strengthen trust, and provide clarity in uncertain situations. However, others view it as controversial, arguing that it can destroy families, create tension in relationships, and challenge cultural beliefs about trust and loyalty. So join me as we go into the streets to get people's opinion on what they have to say about DNA testing.
So do you see DNA tests as a tool for truth, or it's an invasion of trust?
It's a tool for truth.
It's a tool for truth.
Yeah.
For truth.
Na to take determine truth now. And it's good make you dey sincere to your partner.
I say yes. It's very necessary for children, parents to encourage it in Nigeria. Not only in Nigeria, because even in abroad, it's happening.
Because why I said so is that DNA test, if you have one or two kids, maybe after 1 or 2 years, you can carry DNA test. And there is only 2 ways about it: true or false, yes or no. So if you're on that side of you are not the biological father, to me, you face the truth, face reality and deal with it and move on with your life. You have some chances of raising 1 or 2 kids on time again. But the other side of it, not carrying on DNA test, maybe after like 25 or 30 years, you still find out the truth. Then you lose your chances of bearing 2 or 3 kids again.
It's not a necessary invasion of anybody's trust, not tools for truth. It's good like that.
Okay.
But it should be cheaper.
Okay.
Everybody can afford it.
I see it as an invasion of trust. Because you cannot go to the extent of having a child with someone you don't trust.
It's a tool for truth and invasion for trust. The reason why I'm using these two is because at times you might be in a relationship for long, and at the end of the day, you don't know the person you are with. It's not truly what you feel he or she is. Mostly to the women, we all know this. So for a woman, what you do is this: if you know you don't trust the woman anymore, possibly after a misunderstanding, or you scroll through her phone and you discover say some things dey one corner when they hide, all you just do conduct DNA. And mostly when you start seeing one of your child not acting like what you expected, you just say okay, let me test. And when you run your DNA test, you discover at the end of the day some might be yours, some might not be yours.
And the aspect of DNA is based on trust. Because if you trust your wife, I don't see any reason why you go say you won't go do DNA test for your children. Now when you not get trust for your wife, now you go say you won't go do DNA test. To me, now waste of money.
So for me, marriage is trust. You need to trust your wife. You need to trust your husband. Once there is trust, in Africa, that's our foundation. This DNA thing is a foreign thing to us. I don't think it is necessary, except there is distrust.
If you don't trust your partner, you can go and do DNA. But if you're a child of God, you have to trust, because the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So you must have somebody that you trust, that you can be in partner with.
So do you think this DNA testing of a thing, it reduces trust in marriages if you are married now?
It reduces trust, because if you actually conduct DNA tests for a child, and at the end of the day, is it that positive or negative? Whichever result comes, if it's positive, the man will be like, I said it before. But if it's negative, the woman will be like, so you don't trust me ever since, and I've been in this house with you. That's it.
Yes, it does for some unfaithful ones. And because they say, clear conscience, fear no accusation. So when you do it with that mind that you are okay, that you don't have anything in mind, you will see that the man will even love you the more. You understand? The woman will love you the more. So it's very good.
For some relationship, yes. But for some, there are some people who makes mistake and tender the apology, and forgiveness will come up there. Because of love, they continue. But some people don't have forgiving spirit. So that's their own of it.
And they reduce trust now. They reduce trust. They reduce trust because as I did now, my husband will come to say, "You want go do DNA test for a pikin?" No. Now when you not get trust for your wife, as I usually say, now you say, okay, yes, me go do DNA test.
They reduce trust, because many they know they tell each other truth.
Of course, it reduce trust. Your wife you stay with for at least 20 years. At the end, you get to know the child is not your child. So there's no trust there again.
Do you believe DNA test is important in today's society where we find ourselves now?
Of course, very, very important.
Why?
Very, very important, because you see most marriages that is not, they wait today, probably it's not up to 9 months. You see that the woman has delivered. Most time I ask myself questions. Does it mean they are pregnant before the marriage? And honestly, I have seen so many women, so to say, I stand to be corrected, that will say they went to give their former guy sent forth. You know, in that process, something can happen. So if you're doubting the paternity of your children, it's advisable you go for DNA.
And somehow, it is important for people if you say they not trust their woman. But if you trust your woman, to me, it's not called for.
It's not necessary. For me, it's not necessary. Do you do DNA test before you marry? So why are you doing DNA test when you are married? Except there is a problem. If there's no problem, why should I go and begin to picking when I don't hold for how many years? I go just wake up, say, make I go do DNA test. Not be me won't kill myself.
Very, very important.
Why?
Because if what do they call this thing? It's not genotype.
Yeah.
If it's important, DNA should be important. I trust my partner, but I'll still go and do genotype to know if we are compatible to stay together or live together. But DNA is not important, Abi. You see now. See the trick. It's important.
So if your partner now said he wants to do a DNA test, would you agree to it?
Why not? I will agree to it, because I know there's no reason for me to doubt the trust I have for my kids. and the trust I have for our union as well.
Yes,
Would
I
you
will go.
agree?
To me, my personality, I will go.
Okay.
I will go.
No problem. No problem. If you say no, if you want DNA test, no problem.
Is it right to secretly do a DNA test for your
Secretly.
child? Yes, secretly.
For some certain reason, yes. For the other side of it, no.
What are your reasons?
Okay. If you situation whereby there is no trust, you secretly go and do it. But situation whereby there is love, there is trust, relationship where there is love, there is trust, the love strong. So they both sit and discuss about and do it.
Honestly, no lady will be happy with it. Firstly, they will think you don't trust them or you don't believe in what they are telling you. But if you are having doubt on the area of your children, you can, I think, to clarify the whole thing, to make it clear, it is better you go for DNA. I will advise you go for DNA.
If your husband just passed back, like secretly went to do a test, how would you feel?
I will not react to because I will not disappoint myself. I will not disappoint my husband.
Your husband tell you say he won't go do DNA test.
I'm not going to react now because I know my mind.
But it's not affecting your trust tomorrow.
No.
You don't feel affected or
I don't feel affected because I know say I no get any skeleton for my cupboard.
so is it right to secretly conduct a DNA test on your child?
Yes, for a man, if you don't trust your woman, if you start seeing some signs and at the end of the day you discover this woman, what you thought she was is not what you are saying, it's advisable you conduct the DNA secretly.
I've been privileged to go through that route too. Because my 4 kids, I'm no longer with my husband, and my 4 kids, their father went to run a DNA test for them and
Without your knowledge.
without my knowledge, and they came out positive and there was no noise about it. But if it was the other way around, and I'm sure it would have been a disastrous event.
What if your husband do secretly? How you go feel?
I go feel bad, Sha. I go feel bad because he's supposed to tell me.
If he wants, no problem.
Secretly, without telling you.
No, it's wrong. Now, without telling me, it's wrong. I mean, let me know now. But if they want to do it secretly without telling me, now you can't know now. When you get the result, see now picking, I call shame. Shame called there for a head now, not my head.
Yes, because if you eventually tell your partner, it may cause another problem. So doing it secretly, I think it's better, and that one is still okay. But if both of you have the same mind, you will say, okay, this thing, just let's go and do it.
If a DNA test shows you're not the owner of your child, how would you react? What would you do?
It's a game of two chances.
It's not a new thing. I will not react negatively. You know, not every business you invest, you gain. There are some you invest, you lose. So I will just take it like that. As a sportsman spirit, I will take it like that.
If I am still young to bear children, I could see it of the other side of life. But if there is no time to bear children again, it looks very, very difficult.
I will react, but the earlier the better. You will not spend. So your wife with the child will go to his father so that you look for another woman that will give you your right child. That is my own opinion.
I have also read that some DNA tests, if you go deep, there are biological errors, and again, there are some features that they say in biology. I think I read this somewhere that there's a kind of blood that a child might have. That kind of blood, if you do a DNA test, it might show a different result entirely. Except the doctor is very good, you'll be able to detect it. And that kind of thing can also cause problem in the house. That a woman that has not, gone out, but because of that blood, this thing that we are talking of, I can't remember it, but I know I read it somewhere, that the child has will not become problem to her. Meanwhile, she has not even done anything outside. So those are things that we also need to consider.
That child is not a ghost now. the child have come to life, and you cannot kill the child. You will take care of that child and give him what is necessary to give to a child. Because if you say it's not your child, and the child will not have any father again, and the wife you say you trust bring this child to you, will you now say you want to make it a prodigal son? You will take care of the child as far that child have come to life.
What would you do?
If it's me, DNA conducted says the child is not mine, I will still be happy because my children, the one I have now, they are mine.
What if government now approve that DNA test should be made compulsory immediately after childbirth? Would you agree with that?
I think the government itself wants to cause serious confusion and problem in the country. Why? Is it the husband that is coming to tell you that I don't trust my wife? So I think it has to do with individuals. Government should not force anybody to do. If you as an individual want to do, go ahead and do. But that it now becomes a law, then I think the government is not being fair.
Now you believe say make just
It's no. It's not necessary. To me, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Because I'm at 2-day house. So what's the need of you doing DNA tests? To me, it's not of no use. It's not called for.
No. Like for me, I'll use myself as an instance. If anybody conduct DNA now on me and the result says my father is not my biological father, I will not even feel bad because I know that result is a lie. Same thing, if you conduct a test now for my children and you tell me these children, they are not mine, I will tell you it's a lie because they are. If you see them, I know these are my children. Do you understand? So in that case, it is not necessary. But when you doubt your wife, you can do the DNA test. In future, not when you just gave birth to the child. Are you planning DNA or you are planning to celebrate the child?
I don't think so. Because eventually you're going to destroy the trust the other person has for you. It can never be the same again.
Yes, immediately after birth, they should do it.
Female child, male child, try to educate them as mothers because this is what is going to be done. And since they are doing it, that fear will be in them, will be in our girls. You understand that? This thing they are going to do, in case I give I give birth to this child now, this is what the government will do. Once you have that one in mind, you will be very careful of yourself.
As conversations around DNA testing continues to grow, one thing remains clear. While science may provide answers, the emotional and social consequences are not always as straightforward. It's a wrap, guys. We have come to the end of today's episode. Do well to drop your comments if you find this episode interesting. Watch out for more episodes of Street Talk on Atlantic TV. Bye for now.